I just won that battle and I'm not pressing anything. The next battle is about to start and I'm still not going to press anything. My controller is right there. Make sure you get a turbo controller. If you want to know how to do this, just watch this video real quick. Setup is simple, very easy. Look at this battle. I'm not pressing anything. My Pokemon is thrown out. I'm about to use an attack. I'm not even doing anything. I just used Santum and knocked him out. Okay? Watch the video. Setup. The first thing you want to do is go to Walmart and get this HORIPAD for the Nintendo Switch 2. This is $30 at Walmart. A very cheap controller that has a turbo button. That's what you need. This is how this works with a turbo button. This is a wired Nintendo Switch 2 HORIPAD controller with a turbo button. We need that from Walmart. Second thing we need from Walmart, if you don't already have it, is you need some type of hair tie, rubber band, something like that, so you can hold the ZL button. That ZL button will help you lock on to a Pokemon so you can use one move, which is Santum. The first thing that we need is Rocky Helmet. So you're going to be going to this Pokemon Center right here, and we are going to fly right here to this Holovator. So Blue Pokemon Center, we're going to fly here first. Now that Holovator, it is a side quest. I already have that side quest completed, but we're going to run to that right now. And I'm going to just show you what it looks like. There's going to be somebody standing outside of that Holovator. They're going to have it's going to be like 4 Matangs that are blocking the way. You just have to, no, Beldums. It's going to be 4 Beldums blocking the way. You just got to beat them. And now this Holovator becomes active. And this guy, he will give you Rocky Helmet. Okay? From Rocky Helmet, right? We're going to go to Pokemon. We're going to get a high level Garchomp, because Garchomp will be taking some hits. Okay? Garchomp will be taking some hits, but that Rocky Helmet is going to do damage every time that Pokemon hits Garchomp with a physical attack until the Pokemon KOs itself. So get a Garchomp, high level, put Rocky Helmet on Garchomp. Next, for moves, we're going to put Santum for our A button. Our A button is going to be the turbo button, which constantly will be being pressed to go through the dialogue and to pick the attacks. So you can do this AFK. All right. Now, we're done here. We're going to go over here. We're going to fly to Restaurant Lana. Okay. This is where we're going to be doing our 3 battles. They're going to be very easy. We're going to go inside. We're going to talk to the guy at the front desk. Now, this is where the setup starts. All right. On the back right here, we have our turbo button. We're going to hold it and we're going to press A. All right. Nothing is showing for the light. Now we're going to hold it again. Press A again. Okay. That actually was supposed to happen first. Maybe I didn't press it in all the way. But our green light is showing. Okay. And then we're going to hold this back button again. Right here. Our turbo button. And then we're going to press A again. And when we hit A again, this green light will be flashing to indicate that the A button is constantly being hit. And you'll see that I'm not going to be pressing nothing. And it's going to go through all the dialogue. And it'll keep going over and over, tapping A through the dialogue. And then to use Santum. Now it's going to use Santum only one time at the beginning of each battle. All right. I'm about to activate the turbo button again. Okay. Hold it. Press A. Now my light is blinking and the turbo button is going on. I'm going to use my rubber band. Put it on the ZL button. So ZL is pressed down. All right. Let me get that in. All right. ZL is pressed. I'm not pressing anything. And it's going to use Santum. Okay. There you go. I don't think I had it on right. So make sure you have that rubber band on. I probably need to get a stronger rubber band, honestly. That's probably what I need. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, there it go. All right, so that battle is done. I'm gonna set my controller down. Make sure you have that rubber band on right. All right, turbo button is hitting A through the dialogue. The very first thing that should happen is Garchomp should use Sand Tomb. All right, so start of the battle, Sand Tomb. All right, let's get some music going. All right, so now Sharpedo or Carvanha, every time it uses a physical attack, is going to take damage, as you can see. All right, Aqua Jet, damage to itself. Ice Fang, self damage. Bite, self damage. Aqua Jet, self damage. One more hit, Ice Fang, the Pokemon knocked out itself. Now, as you can see, I'm still not pressing anything. My hands are right here. You can see my hands right here. It's going through the dialogue. It's going to start the next battle. Now, that Sand Tomb is to also knock the Pokemon out. If the Pokemon is standing inside that Sand Tomb, that first hit of Sand Tomb is going to knock the Pokemon out. So we're going to see what happens right here. We got Garchomp out again. Pansear, we just used Sand Tomb, knocked him out. And then the next Pokemon, Litleo, I think is going to come run into the Sand Tomb. Knocks itself out. We didn't do anything. We're not touching nothing. Make sure you have your rubber band on correctly. Okay? It's pretty simple, right? Pretty simple. So again, I'm going to show you going into the next battle. I'm not touching anything. It's pressing A. I'm getting my rewards. And it's going to start the next battle again. So now it's going again. Pay $3,000. At the end of the 3 matches, you will profit a little bit, okay? So this is going to get you through your 1,000 battles, all right? This is going to get you through your 1,000 battles so you can get the shiny charm. Even after you complete 1,000 battles, if you just want to do this just every night just to gain some money, you can do that. Because like I said, you will profit after each match. You will make a profit, okay? So you can just do this continuously if you want to. Go-Go tries to use Razor Leaf, knocks itself out. Okay? You're not doing anything. Complete AFK. Making some money. Getting through your 1,000 battles. And if you want, you can gain a little bit of experience points for Pokemon that you may, want to level up. May not be a lot of experience, but it's better than 0 experience. So, I mean, that's a win-win. No matter the experience, how little the experience or how little the money is, it's more than what you had before, and you're doing absolutely nothing for it. So I would say that's a win.